welcome everyone to My Tech Monday. Today, I'm explaining why I think the Phantom 3 4K is the best beginner drone out there. So, before I get this started, you need to ask yourself, do you want a drone to take pictures and videos in the sky, or do you want a drone for recreational racing and things like that? If you want a drone for racing, this is not the drone for you. This thing does go pretty quick, but compared to some of the other ones out there, it will be left in their wake. That leaves you with wanting a drone that takes nice pictures and videos, and that's why I chose this one here, and that's why I think this is the best beginner drone for that. So a little disclaimer, when I was younger, I used to fly RC helicopters and RC planes. Nothing massive, nothing of this price range. They were expensive back then, but nothing compared to this. So starting off with cost, this thing debuted at $1,000. Well, it debuted at $999 plus tax, so that easily put it over $1,000. Now, in recent years, DJI has released a plethora of drones onto the marketplace, bringing this guy down to about $750 to $800 brand new out of the box, and if you want a used one, it's going to set you back about $500 to $650. Don't get me wrong, I'm all one for buying things secondhand, but you need to be buying this from a reputable dealer or somebody that you know personally that hasn't abused the thing or crashed the thing or anything like that. So speaking of crashes, it's a good probability that you're probably going to crash this thing at some point, especially if you've never flown a drone before. My thought process on this is if you're going to be responsible and trying to learn how to fly the drone, then spending the amount of money on this model here, taking your time learning how to do it right, even if you have a crash, even if you have a setback, you could go out and buy another one of these brand new for the same cost. You could have two of these, one broken that you crashed and one brand new for the same price of a Phantom 4 and a Phantom 4 Pro. It's even more expensive. Personally, I think that's the best bet. If you're serious about wanting to learn how to fly a drone and you want something that's nice and you know you're going to take your time with it, you know you're going to be careful and try to learn as much as you can about it, you might as well get the thing that shoots in 4K for half the price of the one that shoots in 4K that's brand new. Don't get me wrong, they have another version that's like 2.5K, 2.7K. Everything is going to 4K now. Things are even starting to come out in 8K, so it's just, you want to be up on the times and you don't want to get something that only shoots in 1080 or 720 or even 460. So another reason I think this is a great model right here is because of the battery that's included in it. Once I take this out, it is a nice, secure, snug fit, unlike some of the other drones that have recently been released where the battery tends to fall out or wiggle its way out. I have never had any of those problems whatsoever. This battery right here, the most I have ever gotten out of a single charge from this was 29 minutes of flight time. That was not continuous use. I had landed the drone, I had launched it again. On average, I get about 24 to 27 minutes of flight time from a single charge if I stay just straight up in the air. Granted, when it's cold outside, the battery is going to drain a lot quicker out, and it was only about 12 degrees out one day, and I still managed to get about 14 to 15 minutes of flight time out of this, which isn't bad at all. Now, there's hundreds of videos out there of people showing you how to fly this drone, the Phantom 3, Phantom 4, every single different thing out there that's got propellers on it. There's a tutorial video of people showing you how to fly it. I, however, am not going to do that in this video. If you want to see that, let me know by commenting down below. This is more so why I think this is the best drone to start off with. So one thing I want to point out is the gimbal guard that the drone comes with. I ended up taking a Sharpie and coloring it red. I managed to forget to take it off twice right in my early days of learning how to fly this thing, and I just figured if it was painted red, it would be a lot easier to see and take it off. So when it comes down to flying and screen of choice, I use both my iPhone 7 Plus and I also use an iPad. The iPhone 7 Plus has a pretty big screen, but at the same time, this one's just a little bit bigger and it's a lot nicer, especially if I'm standing near my truck or I'm standing near a table and I'm able to put the kickstand down. I can just stand there with the remote. The iPhone, however, gave me one problem, not this one, the iPhone 6 that I owned before. I was out there flying the drone in cold weather once, and the battery had gotten to 20% and the phone shut off, sometimes like they do when it was cold out there. Luckily, I wasn't too far away from my iPad, so I was able to log back in and connect the drone, and nothing happened, nothing crashed, but It prompted me to go out and buy this. If you want to check out what I'm talking about here, it's an external battery. You can click the link up here. Anyways, now that we're talking about accessories, I want to talk about this big, massive bag I have right here. I picked this up. It was $49.99. They're right now about $55 on Amazon. There's a couple different people that make them. I ended up getting it when it was on sale. I chose to go for the hard shell version here because it makes a nice taking off platform. If you're out hiking around somewhere, you can just place the soft part of the backpack on the ground, and this is firm, and the drone can launch off from that. Another accessory you're going to need is the propellers, and the fact that this isn't the most brand new DJI Phantom on the market means propellers are going to be relatively cheap compared to the newer ones. The same goes true for a battery. I have never taken the leap and gone and bought a third-party battery for this. I just don't know how it would work out. I am tempted to at some point. Maybe I will do that in the future, but as for now, I still use a regular Phantom DJI standard battery. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this very short review of the DJI Phantom 3 4K. If you guys want to see a tutorial video on how to fly it, let me know by commenting down below. But like I said, I believe this is the best beginner drone out there for your money. Not only are you getting a 4K camera, but at the cost of a brand new DJI Phantom 4, you could buy 2 of these. Not only that, but the battery life hasn't really improved that much more. I mean, are you going to pay $400 more for 2 extra minutes of flight time and being able to get an extra 15 to 20 feet of signal out of the drone? I don't know. To me, it just didn't seem worth it. Alright guys, you enjoy the rest of your day. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for Gaming Tuesday. Peace.